back at the Nexon Arena. It's me, Spicy Salmon, with Tasteless's grandson, here together to cast for you our second match. It's going to be Jin Air versus SKT, coming at you live.
What would our Archon name be? Would it be Spicy Sun? Salmon
Spicy Sun?
Tasteless Salmon?
Spicy Taste Son. Grandson? I don't know.
Son
That's
of Salmon.
too hard.
But yeah, Jin Air really needs to take this serious here if they want to get second place. SKT, they're very comfortable with where they are. They're at the top. They're not going to move regardless of the result of this. So as a result, we're going to see a lot of the B team, well, not B teamers, but lesser ranked players that we normally see from SKT.
Yeah, I guess not B teamers. I mean, they have like all these guys, I guess, are on their A team. They have different tiers within, but then they have like B teamers, other guys, you know. But yeah, it's really interesting that they use all these players. I guess you want to get them experience more so than trying to win every single game. You're not getting any extra points, so you want to get these guys some play time that don't usually get to play. So we're going to see Zoun or Joan, I don't, you know. Zoun is how they say it.
I think it might be Joan, as in like Joan there.
Yeah, but with the Z.
Yeah.
Zoun, which just means it's an adjective for good.
Yeah.
It's like good day, like Joan-nai, which is a really famous song. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you and Wolf built that song at the
we did. There's a video out there somewhere. I think Susie has control of that. But
she's going to blackmail you.
She can blackmail us whenever she wants. I'm totally fine to show you guys us singing that song. It was a really fantastic moment that me and Wolf had in the Node Blanc. It was a lot of fun. GTR, you should come out with us and sing some karaoke.
I would love to sing some Norobang songs. You know I can sing some Outsider.
So, no, you can't.
Yes, I can rap Outsider. I can rap Epic High. I can sing pretty well Korean.
Now this needs to happen.
Okay. We'll see that day happens.
Yeah.
Eventually. But this is today's match here: Jin Air against SK Telecom T1. As we mentioned before, SKT are sending their lesser-known players, besides Innovation, because Innovation's a well-rounded player. But
they're like, just in case we need one guy in there, and Myungshik is really good too. He's going to come out on Elrena. Going to see another PVT on that map.
Zoun. Oh my god, it's going to be so hard saying now.
Joan,
formerly of Prime before, and then they saw him in Prime. He was quite good, and then they poached him from Prime. And Impact, the former Axiom player.
Yeah.
So those are the two players from SKT that...
I wanted to make a really bad joke about Prime, but I'll save it for all you Prime fans out there. I know that's kind of a soft spot for a lot of you guys, but either way, Zoun definitely getting into a bit of a better situation here. Literally on the best team in Starcraft right now, which would be SKT. He is unfortunately going up against this guy. sOs has so much more experience. He's done this so many times before. He's been in tournaments where there was $100,000 on the line for one best of 7, and he won it. Okay, that's about as much experience. This game to sOs is like a walk in the park. Okay, for Zoun, it's like he's flying to the moon right now.
And the thing is with Zoun is that we haven't really, we see here the record is 2-1, but that was during his time in Prime. Talking about Zoun rather, we haven't really seen much of him in individual leagues. He hasn't really qualified the SSL, he hasn't really qualified the GSL. So this is probably the first time in Legacy of the Void that we've seen him on broadcast televised match.
We saw him in like the SSL qualifiers for season 2 or 3? 3, I think, last year, where he did quite well, but just not able to qualify, I don't believe, from what I remember. But either way, he was 2-1, and to do that on Prime when you're a new player, I mean, that's pretty good.
And that's why
not bad.
SKT took him from Prime.
Yeah, they're like, you have a winning record and you're on Prime? Okay, we need you on our team. Like, get over here right now.
But unfortunately, because SKT is so stacked of a lineup, it's really hard for Zoun to get into the Pro League entry list. But here today, SKT don't really have much to play for except for an undefeated record. So really curious to see how well he does in this match.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The first map is Orbital Shipyard. Definitely a great Protoss map. No surprise we see 2 Protosses here. And sOs, definitely a very tricky player. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a little fancy and tried to just cheese Zoun out of here. You see that sometimes against more rookie players.
And once again, today is White Day here in East Asia. So if you're here with your girlfriend or boyfriend, you can get, if you do some romantic, cheerful stuff, then you can get yourself 2 movie tickets.
They didn't notice they were on camera. The guy was doing a nice little dance for you. He's like, I'm like a bird.
I want to fly away.
Exactly.
Did you sing that song in the Noribong?
I should, actually. I like that song.
As, we see it in front.
Wolf!
Wolf!
Wolf! Okay.
Okay, no, the thing is, if he wins, he's going to make us look so bad.
Wolf, just because you're a Heroes caster now, you're big time, okay, doesn't mean you get to vote for Zoun here. But I don't know. This is, he talked to me about this, actually. He's like, SKT would never send out Zoun unless he's absolutely 100% ready to win. But,
I don't know about
I don't know, Wolf.
Boy.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's other players on the team that are more than 100% ready to play this match. So you got to remember, Jin Air were last season's runners-up to SKT. So kind of a revenge match here for Jin Air to see if they can take this out. And a very important game as well.
Yep, a lot more important than for SKT, as we were talking about before. And it still could go SKT's way. You know, let's not hold that. This is a PvP. Anything could happen. I feel like it's gotten a bit more skill-based. Now it's not like super build order, you know.
Well, we saw that crazy game before, what was it, Hush against Zest. Yeah, that changed just in the nick of time. Yeah. So
where we broke our microphones by screaming when the disruptors
I actually jumped up. I don't know if you saw that, but I bounced. Oh, like normally we stand when we cast. So
yeah. GTR likes to stand, so I stand with him to give him some company. Either way, guys, we're going into game number 1, Zoun versus SOS. Down in the bottom left, in the red for the Jin Air Green Wings, it is SOS. His opponent in the top right in the blue from SK Telecom T1, it is Zoun.
Let's just call him Zoun. I think that's the easiest way.
Zoun.
Yeah, no weird un sounds. Something about 6 day?
Yeah, they're talking about, I think it's the...
Oh, the last 6 days. Samsung Galaxy... Something. They lost to Jin Air. I think this is like the scenarios for Jin Air and Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, exactly.
So Samsung will get into the playoffs, I think, if Jin Air loses 0-3.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, they're in playoffs anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's top 4
I think
teams.
For second. Not too
sure.
No,
for third.
For third, okay. But it doesn't really matter 3rd and 4th. You're gonna play each other either way in that match.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's
we're gonna have to go back and take another look at that.
It doesn't help that it's in our second or third language. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys on the internet can figure it out. Tell us on Twitter what the scenarios are for Jin Air, Samsung, and the other teams out there.
So we do have a 2-gate opening here for SOS. Zoun gonna follow up with the Zone 2 gate. Albeit a little bit later. Get that second gate up here after he does scout the second gate of SOS. He's going to block that off there as well, going to deny the probe scout.
Yeah, effectively mirror build here from both players, although Zoun's actually, no, SOS's Cybernetics core is actually slightly ahead, but nothing too significant. As we see here, Zoun actually opting to go for a pylon rather than going for that Nexus earlier, so.
Oh, another couple. Looks like they could win some movie tickets.
No, there was no romantic cheerful there, so no movie tickets for them, I think.
You need your romantic cheerful.
Yep.
Otherwise, you don't get your movie tickets. Forgot to mention that to you guys.
As we see start.
Where's the cheerful?
Whoa. He really wanted his movie tickets.
Was that a song? Like, I don't know. No, it's interesting there.
Oh, that probe actually did a lot of damage to that pylon.
Almost took it out.
Nearly took it out, and it would have been world of hurt for SOS there. But we see here the Nexus for SOS.
Oh,
and
you're back on camera.
Oh, where's the heart?
Oh!
Congratulations, couple 4, couple of movie tickets.
Did you just say couple 4?
couple
number 4.
Oh, man. Okay, let's go back to this game. We'll see Stargate here from...
there it is.
Are those the tickets, or is that like a fan?
No, those are the movie tickets, GTR.
Okay.
They did receive them.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Nice. As we see here, SOS going for the earlier Nexus, Zoun going for the earlier Stargate, sacrificing the fact that he'll get his Nexus later. So, that being said, he is going for the Phoenixes rather than the Oracle. So, it looks like he just wants to use that Phoenix to scout to see what's happening. And so, see here, SOS going for the Oracle.
He's making more than one Phoenix, too. He's going to make a second one here, finish that up, and if you go into 2, you might as well make a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and really commit to those Phoenixes, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he's really going to shut down the build of SOS. He's going to have to do some extra damage, of course, with the later Nexus. You know, shut down the Oracle hard and then try to get in the back here and maybe pick up a bunch of probes or even snipe the Mothership Core.
Looks like Zoun's just pulling Phoenixes here. Either that or he wants to just patrol his main base, making fancy loops there.
So he scouted the Oracle here, and he's going to be really, really happy about that. Look at this, Mothership Core even coming in here, doing some harass damage. Not going to use the overcharge to see.
Oh! That's so close there. If that Phoenix caught out that Oracle, then SOS would be so far behind. But unfortunately for Zoun, he doesn't catch up this Oracle with his Phoenixes.
Oh, and he's not in position. Here comes the Oracle. Oracle is going to get 1 kill.
Oh,
there's nothing here at the back. Nicely done by Zoun.
Yeah. If there was probes there from Zoun there just mining, that would have been a lot worse. But
yeah,
luckily for Zoun, only 1 probe does go down, and looks like the counter here from Zoun with his own Phoenixes are going to come across the map.
Okay, so SOS is putting down a pylon now. I think he's going to go for a blink aggression here, try to shut it down. A lot of Phoenixes have been made by Zoun. He's got enough Stalkers back at home to push back the Phoenixes too. So.
Yeah, there's not enough energy on these Phoenixes to do complete lift-ups of all those Stalkers. And nicely placed pylon there from SOS is going to deny that 3rd base. And there's nothing really much Zoun can do about it. I mean, he has walled himself off, and this Stalker's just going to mutiny here at the base of Zoun.
Poor Adept. Going to be flying in the air here for just a bit. Can it get that probe? That's the question. 1 more hit will do it. Nope, 2nd lift. Probe does survive.
And it looks like Zoun here is just very happy with going these double Stargates. Trying to get the control of the air by going for more Stargates, not Stargates, more Phoenixes than his opponent. As they see here, 5 more Phoenixes from Zoun than it is SOS. But SOS is opting to go for these Blink Stalkers. And if you manage to catch these Phoenixes off guard, it could be a big win for him.
Yeah, we do have the Mothership Core in the back. Door base. So we'll have enough energy to throw down some overcharges, push away the Phoenixes, but the Phoenix is coming in for some lifts. And Blink, I believe, has, no, not yet finished.
Few seconds.
Not able to catch any of the Phoenixes. Doing a bit of damage, forcing out an overcharge, and here's the Blink, gonna try to catch. No, just barely. Zoun does get away.
Yeah, it's a really dicey situation from Zoun here, just playing with death with these Blink Stalkers being out from SOS, and doesn't really seem that Zoun can get a good angle in to get some probe shots. Okay, here's the opportunity for Zoun. Only gets 1 though. I felt like he could have done more.
Yeah, he's being very careful. Does not want to lose any of those Phoenixes. Knows the Mothership Core is back there. Wasn't sure about the positioning of the Stalkers. Just gonna swoop in, get 1, and continue to have that map control. SOS not going to opt for any kind of 2-base all-in. Is going to get his own 3rd base.
Yeah, we might be seeing a similar match to the one we saw in our previous match between CJ, Hush, and SKT, where both players don't really want to attack each other and just want to secure the 3rd base. But the thing is with Orbital Shipyard is that once you take the 3rd base, it's quite hard to take your 4th. I mean, you do have that 4th base down there below the rocks, but even if you take that, it's quite hard to take your 5th and 6th respectively.
Now, Zoun, he hasn't really gotten too much damage done with these Phoenixes. I said he did have map control, but that's about it. There was 1 Phoenix, though, for SOS that was able to scout the entire base of Zoun, so he knows exactly what's going on over there. Zoun getting supply blocks slightly there once again.
I love these pylon placements here from SOS. It's going to help him just scout out, or not scout out completely, but help scout these Phoenixes that are roaming around the map. You also have to remember that there is also that pylon there on the right side of the map that Zoun hasn't really dealt with so far. So nice subtle move there from SOS that is the reason why he is known as the $100,000 man.
So SOS now going for a fleet beacon. I think he's only got one Stargate still. I don't think he's going to go into Phoenix production, go for Phoenix range. Do you think he's going for Tempest here?
Yeah, it might be going for Tempest here, but we see SOS going for the High Templars. I'm not sure if they're just there for feedback when these Phoenixes trying to come into the base of SOS, or what he's going to save that for Storms. We'll just have to wait and see how those goes. As we see here, Zoun's actually continuing with those Phoenixes.
And SOS is going to make 3 cannons at his third base. This is looking like...
I think I saw a carrier. I saw a carrier.
Okay, wait. This is happening again. Okay, SOS is like, okay, guys, I figured out the perfect composition in this game. I don't care which race I'm playing against. I'm making carriers with Storm. He did the same thing against Terran. Now he's like, oh, it works against Protoss too.
Oh, man, SOS. SOS, why are you so crazy? As he knows it's not going to die anytime soon. I mean, you see the ground army of Zoun can't really do much of a dent to SOS right now. As ooh, Phoenix nearly catches at that War Prisoner.
Mothership.
Mothership.
Coming on the way here is Morphin all the way in the back left corner. He's hiding this for a very long time.
I'm just speechless right now what I'm seeing from SOS here. Going carriers, not only carriers, Mothership against Protoss. It feels like SOS is just toying with Zoun
what kind of world are we living in right now? I don't quite understand.
But we see Zoun actually posturing to take out this 4th base of SOS. And if SOS is not careful, it might just die here.
Well, the thing is I don't think Zoun can ever kill SOS on 3 base.
There's the Storms
There's
as well.
Storms, there's carriers coming out, there's enough units to defend. He has 3 cannons too. Like, this is what SOS is saying, is I can't die on 3 base. So I can buy enough time to get enough carriers out. And if I hide them, because Zoun has no idea still, by the way.
He's the first carrier, but carriers, they need to be in number if they're to be effective.
Yeah, he's going to hide them. He's not going to show them for a very long time. Hallucination tries to come by, it gets denied. Zoun wants to actually kill him right now. He's saying, okay, I know what's going on. And look at all the Archons on the front, but here are the Storms.
Storms doing so much damage here.
Nice micro, though, there from Zoun to back out of the Storms.
You also have to remember, though, that these High Templar were warped in such a long time ago, so they're probably full of energy here, and we're probably going to see multiple Storms come out from these High Templars.
And here's the Mothership.
There's the Mothership as well. Where's the Observer?
He's got a couple. He does have a couple.
Or if he snipes that Observer, it's going to be huge. Oh, nice Storm there.
Storm's actually doing a bunch of damage to the Observers, too.
If he storms those Observers, there's nothing Zoun can do. He has to move out, move back.
Yeah.
I think in this point, he sees the Mothership core. I think he should go back and try and secure his 4th base because he knows what he's approaching right now. But the other question is that, do I want to give SOS this much time to amass carriers?
Well, it looks like that's going to be the decision he makes. He's going to back off, get some other tech out here. He wants Blink and DTs, it seems. And then he'll try to go for it. But SOS pretty comfortable now, having defended that attack to go for his own 4th base. Zoun has secured his own 4th too, ahead of SOS.
Note the difference in placement of that 4th base there. Zoun opting to go for that right side compared to SOS deciding to go for that safer below his rocks. Excuse me. As we see here, Zoun actually posturing maybe to do another attack on this 6 o'clock base. We'll see how this goes.
Well, we do have 4 carriers out now and a Mothership. You guys are seeing this correctly if you have joined us just now. Carriers coming out here. The Phoenix is actually going to do a decent job as long as they kite against the Interceptors.
Interceptors light units?
I believe so.
Okay, so they're going to do extra damage, those Phoenixes. But I love this one carrier here.
The defensive carrier against the Zealot drop. It's not actually doing that good of a job. He's going to be able to snipe this robotics facility.
And you can see here Zoun actually going for the Dark Shrine. So if he gets those Dark Templars out, it could be a lot of damage done here from Zoun from those Dark Templars if SOS is not careful.
Yeah, the Warp Prism is still alive, and it is on the left side of the map. It doesn't look like he has one with his army, and he does only have one. So looks like he may want to join up here and attack once again at the 3rd base.
Well, we see here SOS is maxed already, so curious what he's going to do with this ground army, whether he'll just sack it and try and get more carriers out. But nice tag there from Zoun.
Yeah, you don't need those observers if you can see everything already.
Yeah. as looks like Zoun's actually going for the fight here.
Yep, coming down here where are the storms. Nice job by Zoun. He's going to back off and not allow that to happen, but a blink forward, in fact, by SOS. More Archons being morphed here by Zoun, and he's not going to fight, but here are the storms, and he's got to back out of them, and all the while the interceptors are getting a huge amount of damage done.
And that being said, though, Zoun did lose a majority of his army, but he has quite a nice bank, but I think this is the time for SOS to move out. He's killed most of the army of Zoun.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's Carriers and Storm defeating the army of Zoun.
Okay, if you're in a studio right now and you see us, we're just completely flabbergasted with this game. I mean, SOS is just so crazy.
Thanks to SOS for providing this entertainment to us tonight. Very nicely done. Zoun isn't going to give up yet. He's got DTs in the back door.
It feels like my brain just melted seeing SOS this game. I mean, it's so crazy, but...
Oh, wow, look at this. The army of SOS is out of position.
He's going to snipe this Nexus, and that's a huge win for Zoun.
Yeah, gets the Nexus. I think he does have to back off here. He can't really afford to be losing units right now. He's got a big mineral bank, but he's not building anything. He needs to get some units out here.
He needs units. Look at the supply count. That being said, though, SOS's majority supply is in carriers. I do feel like SOS has this window of timing where just a move and win.
Yeah, he definitely does. I think as long as Zoun doesn't get underneath that army with all the Archons, but even if he does, SOS has got a bunch of Zealots and Archons of his own from the leftover High Templars. He's going to take out the 4th base of Zoun now. Zoun going to restart that 4th base, as does SOS, and Zoun is going to, at the same time, send a small harass force over here. There's a bunch of cannons, though, so I don't think he can get into that 3rd base.
Yeah, we'll see whether he'll run into this base or whether he'll run up the ramp. Yeah, he runs up the ramp, which is the best choice, and the Zealot doesn't actually warp in time, so looks like these Dark Templars and Zealots are going to do a lot of damage. He's going to actually stop the upgrade on SOS.
SOS has had enough. Here he comes up to the 3rd base. Zoun can't actually fight this. He's just going to give it up. He's going around this army, and he's going to go attack SOS. He's making a base on the left side of the map now. He wants to go for a base trade.
I think we're definitely going to be seeing a base trade here. I mean, you have to remember as well, SOS, as far as I know, did not rebuild that robotics facility, so he can't build any more observers. That being said, there are 3 observers out here from SOS. If he manages to locate these observers and keep them with his army, those Dark Templars won't be able to do much damage, but this is a lot of damage being done to the main base of SOS, and it's just a question of which army will kill
SOS does have that 1 robotics, but he could not get out an observer, I don't believe. Let me check.
Yeah,
he's got 1 observer.
Oh, he's recalling.
No, he's got 3.
He's recalling, so looks like he feels like he's done enough damage here at the main base, and he's going to try and just kill off this army here of Zoun. And knowing that Zoun does not have any production facilities, he knows that if he kills this army, it's going to be a good advantage for him coming to this really scrappy situation.
Look at the interceptors. He's going to take out everything. Zoun's only got 19 probes and no mining bases just yet. He's desperately trying to take out the Nexus now of SOS, but he can't quite do it. That recall was fantastic. It's just what he needed.
Zoun just like had his one finger on his lips like, I just got SOS.
It's like, what the hell is going on here? This isn't the game that I was playing today. Like, I don't know how to play against this.
Oh man, SOS with the
GG. There you go.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys.
If you guys want to show your friends crazy Protoss, show them this game. Show them the game against Journey from last week. Just show them any SOS game, because oh my god.
Yeah, I mean this is what we were saying when SOS was getting really strong last year. We were saying this guy has kind of a different mindset from everybody else. He's so smart that he just figures stuff out before a lot of other people do, and I haven't seen that yet. So if you guys have, link me to some other games. I don't believe there has been quite a game like that with Carriers, a Mothership, and Storm used to defend against a push from another Protoss. But that's what you get when you watch SOS, and I cannot wait for his next game, which will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I can't wait for SOS, especially with the all-kill format. Maybe we can see some more crazy builds from SOS.
Yeah.
Given maybe he can all-kill with nothing but carriers and motherships.
SOS is like the one guy that's saying right now, hey, carriers are really good.
Yeah. I mean,
we got buffed.
We did see carriers in that SSL series, right, between Stats and Beyond.
Did we?
Did we? Or was it just Tempest? I'm not too sure. But I remember watching that Dust Towers game, and he did the same
Oh,
sort of,
yeah. He did the same thing that SOS did.
So it's good to see carriers back into relevance.
Yeah, he's bringing them back.
By
himself.
It took a strong 5 years, but
Yeah.
finally we get to see carriers being used effectively.
So guys, that was the first game of this matchup. We're going into Maru versus Innovation. Two of the best Terrans right now going head to head. This is going to be, if it goes to that later game, this is going to be a lot like what the TOI versus Alive game was, especially because it's on Runes of Ceres.